So what motivated me to come was, I think it was more a case of, I don't do things in a spontaneous way. I've got older, and I think I have routines, and I just wanted to do something different.
Om Namo Arihantaram, Om Namo Sitaram.
Everything is in your head. So if you're tired and you keep saying, I'm tired, you're going to give up. You just have to keep going.
What can we learn from nature? From the way the trees interact with certain animals we cross, and the variety of animals and the birds. And there are singing and swinging trees.
Hi, my name is Hina, and I'm one of the co-leads for FITBANKER Kilimanjaro trip. It's our day one today, and as you can see, the team is very excited. And today we are here at Machame Gate. In the bus, people were feeling anxious, nervous, excited. We also had tears, but we also had some laughs. Today, the expectations for me and the group is just take it pole pole, slowly. Enjoy the views. It is absolutely a beautiful walk to the first Machame camp.
One Zambia!
One nation! Tiende pamoja mtima umo. Tiende pamoja mtima umo.
Hi, I'm Sarika Shah, and this is my husband Rishi Shah. We're doing this expedition together, and we're currently at Machame Gate, and oh my gosh, we are so excited for this. We've been wanting to do this for such a long time. It's been personally my childhood dream since I was 4 years old. Our expectations are that it's going to be a tough climb, but you know what? We have an incredible group and we have so much power, so much energy with the whole team that we have that I just think it's going to be so enjoyable. I think that the energy that we have between all of us is just going to push us all along, and I just really can't wait to start.
I've never done anything like this before, and I see it as an opportunity to push myself physically. I push myself in other ways outside of the physical side, and this is an opportunity to kind of do something I've never done before from a physical standpoint. So yeah, I mean, if I can do this, then I can maybe do something, you know, in the future as well. So just to do something I've never done before and see what I can achieve, basically. We are hour and a half into the trek so far, and a lot of excitement, a lot of energy everybody has. It's good, nice scenery as well, so we're all looking forward to what's to come.
Started off last year with my mum. She goes to me, Shaq, I want to do something that I've never done before. I'm like, oh, okay. Me thinking, oh, she wants to get a massage or go to a nice country or something. She goes, I want to climb Everest. I'm like, sorry, what? You want to climb Everest? She goes, base camp. I'm like, okay. So, you want to climb Everest, base camp? Goes, yes. I was like, well, look, you know what? We know FITBANKER well. And they're doing Kilimanjaro, why don't we join up there instead? Everyone's in good shape, everyone's in good spirits, and we'll make this happen. I think my mantra is pole pole. And there's one more, do or do not. There is no try.
All right, guys, good morning. Well, first of all, a very big well done on day one and surviving your first night in the tent, which is really awesome. Now, every day we have a theme and we have a particular context setting for the day. Today's assignment is that they're not speaking. They need to go within. They need to hear the noise of their inner voice. They need to get connected to a lot of their internal critique, criticism, complaints, comparison, but they need to focus on their mantras. So today's day is really discovering the power of silence.
My dream was to actually come to the mountain and see the stars at night time. So yesterday, at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I really needed to go for a wee. So I went to the toilet and came out of my tent, and I looked up and I was like, shit, that's a lot of stars, and it was amazing. Went to the toilet, came back, and I just stood outside. It was like a dream coming true. So for me, that was such a highlight. My brother, who I'll come on to in a moment, he's a good guy. I hope and I pray that he gets everything that he wishes for. Seeing him on this trip, being with me here, has not only brought me so much strength, but it's renewed our connection too. We've always been quite close, but this has taken it to a different level. And so I'm really appreciative of that, and I'm grateful.
The team has been great. Whenever you need help, they're there. If I'm feeling tired in the morning, someone will come and give me a hug to make me feel better. Someone else will make me a hot drink, make sure I'm all okay. If I don't have the right gear, they'll go, here, have some, because my feet were really, really cold 2 nights ago. I could not sleep. So one of the team members was like, here, have my feet warmers, they will help you. So everyone's been gathering around together and helping each other. The guides have been amazing and the porters have been amazing too. The mountain has taught me to believe in myself, never to give up, have inner resilience, and just keep going. And the mountains that we have to conquer are not the physical mountains, but the mountains which are inside of us.
I'm doing this summit because of my family. Really want to generate more income in future.
You can't experience this by going home and telling someone about it. You have to experience it being here. We're on the 4th day, going on to the 5th day tomorrow, and it's a sublime experience. And I can see people be in front of me just looking at the clouds coming in, and they're videoing it. And I can't take a video of this and show it at home because you won't get the experience. So it is one of those that you have to be here to experience.
But the real reason that I want to climb Kilimanjaro is in memory of my brother. 11th of June 2022, it was 10 years since my brother passed away. It was a shock to us all. He took his own life, and that was a very dark time for our whole family. And actually, he was born premature, so he was born at 28 weeks, so 12 weeks early. As he was growing up, what we didn't realize then was that he went through some difficulties. He really suffered from depression and from anxiety. And I'm not sure we knew enough about the signs, what to look out for when somebody is suffering like that. And even though I went for the counseling to understand, look, these are the stages of grief and this is, what you should expect to feel, I feel like there's still been something left behind. Ever since that time, even though so many good things have happened in my life since. So one of the things that I want to do on this trip is when I get to the top, to Uhuru, I want to speak to him up in there in the heavens, and I want to ask his forgiveness, and I want to let it all go and be able to move on with my life without belief of that if I go and do something, and if I put my soul and my heart into something and work as hard as I was working then, that something will go wrong. That's what I felt like. Because I was working so hard and I was not paying attention to the other things in my life, something went wrong. Which is that's not really the truth. It was his choice that he made. I now am better informed and I know a lot more about mental health, and I really, really want to do my part to help other people learn more. So this is really important to me, this trip. And that's my real reason for wanting to climb Kilimanjaro.
Ronnie has been great during all the days because he comes up and sets the pace for the day in terms of, setting a theme. As well as that, whilst we're walking, he comes to remind us how to breathe. The breathing technique has been the most important for me, because especially when you're going up, as you climb and get into higher altitudes, you start to, the breath starts to slow down and you start huffing and puffing. However, the breath techniques that Ronnie has taught us have been really, really useful and very helpful. Of course, you walk very slowly, which is, the way to do this mountain, I would say. So they say pole pole, so a step at a time. But if you coordinate your breath with that cycle of walking, you will be amazed with the results you achieve.
The themes were questions like, to bring your inner self out, and each day you find out, by taking layers off, that if you've got too much in your life, do you really need it? What are you carrying? And I have learned that in my rucksack, I was prepared for everything. And when I mean prepared for everything, everything. And then you realize, actually, I didn't even need them. So I'm putting that sort of theory into my life and dealing with stuff that I actually need. So the basic rule is, you can't stop the sun from rising, but you can turn off the switch. So if you got control of the switch, use that, but don't focus on the sun.
I was looking for a new challenge, so joining Ron and others on Kilimanjaro felt like a good idea. For me, I have a 2.5-year-old daughter at home, and although everyone keeps saying, wow, she'll be so impressed when she's older, so inspired that her mum climbs Kili, it's really more than just that, and great if she is inspired, but for me this is all about what women do, what mums do to develop themselves, grow, spend time on themselves. Life shouldn't stop because you've got certain labels attached to you, whether it's wife, daughter, daughter-in-law, mum, You should still carve out time for yourself, to challenge yourself, to grow. And for me, this is really about understanding what my unlimited potential is. And if I can break the boundaries here, I think there's a lot I could take home and break boundaries at home as well.
Just finished an amazing, beautiful, hot, steamy shower at 3900. This is absolute the bee's knees. This is amazing hot water, so good to clear the congestion and so refreshing early in the morning. Asante sana.
Probably a great thing on every day, So like on day one, the forest, walking through, seeing the monkeys. It's very cute just to be in nature, see things that I wouldn't normally see in the city anyway. So just being in nature, seeing the sun, seeing the moon, it's been phenomenal, right? Like just to be above the clouds and then to see the clouds move in and out, especially near camp. That's something else. Seeing the various different peaks from where we've been based. And the people are phenomenal. The team, the cooks, the guides, they're like family. They're just amazing, absolutely amazing human beings. And then even connecting with the rest of the FITBANKER, everybody on the Leadership Summit. They're all amazing.
Piece of advice, I would definitely recommend this to anybody and everybody. It truly is a bucket list item. It'll push you to your extreme, and you know, in areas that you've never been, physically, mentally, you know, the whole deal. And I probably would consider this doing it again, perhaps a different route, just to experience, you know, different zones of the mountain. I mean, it's a huge, huge mountain, a lot to experience. So I probably would do this again.
So I think the learnings that I've got from the mountain is definitely that we're not individuals. You know, we're not just one human being. If you want to go further, you do it with others. You know, if you want to go alone, that's fine as well. You'll get there eventually. But when you do something like this and you can appreciate Mother Nature, you appreciate the mountain and what that gives to you, you just appreciate that back in the real world, like, we try and do things solo often. We try and do it on our own. We don't appreciate the importance of doing things in a team, in a community, and having common goals. Like here, we all have a common goal we all want to summit. We all want to help each other summit. It's not just one person wants to summit, everyone wants to summit. And we all want all 42 out of 42 of us to summit. And it becomes all of our journey, you know? So I think that's been the biggest learning for me, is that if I want to go further, to just really do it with others. And I've declared a few challenges that I'm taking on for next year. And it is about team, it is about building bonds with more people and creating new projects. So I'm excited about that.
Have you ever been in a circumstance where you have to build inner resolve, but you didn't even think you had it? You didn't even think it was possible. It brings out that kind of energy and that kind of force. And that's what I think this transformational journey is about. It's about realizing you have something, even when you don't think you have. It's about realizing you can overcome, again, whatever obstacle is in your way, and you can do it no matter if your body is failing you, no matter if your mind is telling you you can't. Whatever is happening, still, you take the next step. You take the next step.
Summit was fun. We started at midnight, like at 10 p.m. we started. I was able to reach Uhuru Peak at 10:20 the next day. It was hard. I wanted to give up. I wanted to stop when we got to Stella Point. I wanted to turn around, but my daughter has been writing me little letters, and she goes like, I believe in you, you can do it. So that kept me going. So it was mentally challenging to get from Stella Point to Uhuru Peak. My guide was the best person. If it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have made it. So mental mindset preparation already came when we signed up with the FITBANKER program, right? We've been having monthly calls. So from day one, we've had to put like vision boards, and like you visualize that you're at the peak. It's on my vision board as well, where I have like the picture of what the sign is. So you just have to keep remembering that. So mentally already, like that's your end goal, that's what you keep thinking of, and you just have to keep going. We had to create a powerful mantra that we would use to motivate ourselves to keep going. What I've learned is I need to be grateful for everything I have in my life. I've taken everything for granted for so far. But being here for 4 or 5 days, I've learned that I need to practice gratitude and be grateful for all the little things that I have in my life, even the smallest things that I have. Mentally, I think I have a mindset. I know I can do stuff now, like climbing the walls or doing certain things. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but now I know I can push myself and I can push my own barrier. I don't need to limit myself. Oh my God, Mom, you did it. I love you so much, and I'm so effing proud of you. Give yourself a hug and have some good sleep for your flight tomorrow.
The mountain is just one of the ingredients inside of our program, and we spent 7 days on this mountain. It is a 9-day leadership program for individuals committed to their personal or professional leadership, or for corporates that really want to cause a transformation for their senior leadership, for their leaders to be, for their middle management. And so it is a great experience for people to be put through their paces, to discover their breaking point physically, emotionally, mentally, and then really still get connected to how much power, how much resilience, how much tolerance, how much drive the human spirit has.
And day 3, like we said, is about the giving birthday. A new you emerges because we really push. We push past pain, and on this particular summit we've had strong winds, and so people had to walk through these strong winds. Grateful that we didn't have rain or snow or hail, which we have had previously on day 3, but whoever gets to 4, 6:30 and then we experience going down, they discover newer, stronger, more vibrant version of themselves, and that's the new person they give birth to.
This mountain is definitely not a walk in the park. It's not something to book in like a holiday. And it is something to interrupt the monotony of your life. You could be watching this right now from the comfort of your office or from your home. And I want you to consider you will go through the rest of this year, possibly doing more of the same, unless you sign up to and commit to a pattern interrupt like the FITBANKER Kilimanjaro Leadership Summit.